Alright, last we left Metroid Prime 3, we were in Elysia, which is one of the coolest areas in the game. So, pretty excited. That is not my Mii, because the Wii U is actually emulating the Wii. It doesn't carry over your Wii U Mii that you set up. I think it's just a default one. Single player, Elysia. Hey Ben, can I help you? Here we go. So when I think about Metroid Prime 3, this is the planet that I remember. It's got a really cool design style. If you're a crazy person and you go back and watch some of my old D&D videos from back in the day that are still on YouTube, at the end of one of them, the characters find a portal that goes to like this city that's floating in clouds, and I based what I thought it looked like in my head off of this map.
It will help you find a way to reach the sea. We will upload its coordinates to you now.
Hey, good looking out, Aurora Unit.
Ghor's whereabouts and disposition are still unknown.
Elysia is the gas planet. Yeah. Or it's like Venus, but there's like aerostat colonies floating in the clouds. Such a cool concept. It's a real thing that we've talked about doing, like either settling on Mars or trying to create an aerostat colony on Venus. Since the conditions in the clouds on Venus are, I mean, they're not friendly to life, but they're quite a bit nicer for humans than the surface, which is no-go. Can I scan these things? Okay. Dragoon, battle drone, outer armor's tough thruster. Okay. Let me see. Can also just shoot them to death. It's good when you have options. Grats, Dehan. Good job. Oh, right. And you thought Bioshock Infinite did this first. Love the whole skyhook thing. It's a cool way to get around. Yeah, it's just a pretty planet, too. Nice. What's this? Unit is active at a basic level. Lack of maintenance continues, the unit will cease to function. Oh shit. Remember, Ghor is the robot guy. He's like an android, and he can possess mechanical units. If you play a Bioshock game, if you only play one, I recommend you do Infinite first. I know a lot of people will disagree with me, but I had played the first 5 hours or so of the first Infinite game, and the mechanics, I couldn't get into it. It was a little too much horror at the beginning. Infinite's just an outstanding game, though, and it stands on its own. You don't have to have played Bioshock 1 and 2 to get it. Interesting. Yeah. This game's really cool. I still think it's interesting, I've talked about this on stream before, that like a Metroid game could very easily be a horror game. It doesn't need to have that many changes to it. It's mostly how many tools Samus has to deal with her enemies that makes it not horrific. And like the use of sound effects and music is never done in such a way that it's scary. It's more interesting to make you think like what makes a horror game a horror game. Usually it's more often the sound effects and music than anything else. Not just the setting. Whoa, didn't mean to do that. Yes, it does, Spiky. Absolutely. I played it on beginner. Andrea played it on beginner too, and she beat it on her first try. She only died a couple times, and the death penalty is extremely mild. I think you can do Bioshock Infinite. If you're... You get these abilities called Vigors. They're like plasmids in the first Bioshock. Basically, you're a wizard, and many of them are extremely OP. You don't really need to aim them. So I think you can have a lot of fun with it. Ghor's image is displayed. Got it. I do like the Prime series way of telling a story by letting you scan these optional things. So you can just kind of move through the game quickly, or you can scan everything. Pistons. Actually, Metroid is close to horror. At least the 2D Metroids. Like, Super Metroid's a pretty scary game. I remember being freaked out by it when I played it as a kid. And it's not because it's set up specifically to be that way, but because it feels really lonely and it has a really subdued, like, ambient soundtrack. Now, Metroid Fusion is an actually scary game because of the SAX, the Samus clone that's chasing you around that's unkillable. And the reason it's scary is because it's unkillable. Like, if it spots you, you're dead, pretty much. That's probably the scariest thing in the Metroid series. Simultaneous blast to all targets is required to open. I do not have that capability. PT with Waluigi. Majora's Mask is pretty scary, yeah. I think Majora's Mask probably wins creepiest Nintendo game. The original Metroid, so like, and by extension then Zero Mission, Super Metroid are inspired by the Alien series. That's why you've got, the dragon's name is Ridley after Ripley. High temperature shots could melt it. I don't have that ability yet. Just keep going. Whoa. Okay, that thing would make me fall if I don't blow up the little bombs, I guess. And just stepping back for a sec about how easy it is to play Bioshock Infinite without being very good at FPSs. They give you access to those, like, the vigors much earlier in the game than you're good with plasmids in Bioshock 1. Bioshock 1, I guess you eventually become pretty overpowered, but I could never get past the part of the beginning of the game where you have to be pretty good at shooting mechanics. It stressed me out. You start out pretty OP in Bioshock Infinite, though. It does show don't tell very well. You know, the narrative style where you're not just using exposition all the time to player what to do, you just show them something cool and trust that they'll figure it out. Contact with beams will result in energy. You don't say. I guess I just have to eat it at the moment. I guess maybe I could jump through it if I was perfect. Oh, cool. This is a Chozo colony. Chozo are the people who built, they're like a bird-like anthropomorphic race, and they built Samus's suit. Yeah, so like another Majora's Mask that's very side quest focused and has like a smaller number of dungeons, but the dungeons are much higher quality. That could be cool. I do like that Nintendo is pretty good about innovating with Zelda, though. They tend to have a core gimmick in each game that's different. Ah, darn. So I guess I'm gonna get the spider ball soonish. The little trick I did to get that extra missile expansion is called a bomb jump. And they put it in this game as a reference to a sequence break you can do in, I think at least it was Super Metroid was the first time you could do it. Where basically if you pressed your bombs in a very specific like rhythm, you could ascend indefinitely, so it would let you get to areas that you technically weren't supposed to be able to access yet. I don't think it was technically intended by Nintendo, but it's very popular for speedrunners to use things like that. If I remember right, they removed sequence breaking bomb jumps from Metroid Fusion, which made some, disappointed some people. Makes it easier for them to design the levels, though. Fusion's a bit more of a linear game. It's still very, very good. Kinetic charge required to activate. Okay. Faint mechanical sounds can be heard coming from within. Applied pressure to keep security bars locked shut. Recharge chamber used to house and energize steam bots. Alright, so we're probably gonna fight some steam bots soon. Maybe. Hey, baby Choo Choo. Good seeing you again. How you doing? There's a steam bot. The whole aesthetic of this planet, the enemies you fight, it's just really cool. A steam bot. Buddy. Try to scan him before he gets away. Steam Lord repairs fallen steam bots. Capable of cloaking. Okay. So we take advantage of him repairing them to damage him, I guess. So now we have a steam planet we've been to. We've been to a gas planet. Got him. Yeah, it would be really cool to see another Zelda game in the vein of Majora's Mask. Maybe not collecting masks directly, but something like that would be cool. They make it a lot easier to get energy tanks in this game than some of the other Metroid titles. They're usually somewhat hidden. There are still hidden ones in this, but there's a mechanic in this game where you sacrifice health to do extra damage. So they wanted to make sure you had access to a lot of health, since a lot of the boss fights require that mechanic. Destroy all valves to release nearby security bars. Okay, sure. Destroyed. I found some health. I found some health. Hey HDL, how you doing? Steam Summer Sale Planet. Right. Pretty excited for the winter's sale. I'm gonna try to set some Patreon money aside and pick up as many games that are on sale as possible that are good. They'll likely have a lot of stuff on there that I want to play on stream anyway, so get them when they're cheap. Use a couple external tools for those Steam sales. There's a page you can use, things like SteamDB, that shows you all the sales, even the ones that aren't featured on the page, and like lets you compare against what they've been on sale for in the past, so you get it for the absolute cheapest possible price. Whoa, Ben. There's my cat, Ben, rubbing his butt up against the microphone. Wanna chill out there, buddy? Let me lift this thing in the air above him so he's not purring into it. There we go. Nice. I didn't know you were practicing Rob. It's cool seeing a good Rob player. Annual activation, start to live. Can do this thing. Pick up the East games? Cool. Yeah, I plan to play them anyway. Alright, what's your deal? Puzzle? We can take the lift up one. Cool, HDL. Hey, Ben. In addition to their own word for soft and furry in Japanese, they'll often use a Romaji loanword. They'll say sofuto. And fuzzy is it's faji. It sounds like fuzzy. F-A-J-I. Sofuto desu. Faji desu. Alright, let's go over here. A cool little rail shooter puzzle. You have to shoot all of these things before you get too close to them or it knocks you off. You have to start over. No! They give you plenty of time to get to it, though. This is a Blue Yeti. If you Google Blue Yeti microphone, probably this very model will show up on Amazon. They're nice. You want to get one with a pop filter and I've got a little boom arm. If you check in the customers who bought this product also bought a section at the bottom. It should have both of those things, the pop filter and the boom stand. I have it clamped down to my desk. I used to use a headset, which was really convenient because I had a little red mute light to let me know if I was muted or not. It was easy for me to keep track of, but having this is cool so that if Andrea comes over, if I ever have company, like a co-host come play, they can just sit down. I don't have to do any fancy stuff to let someone else talk at the same time. Ah, I can totally open this door, can't I? Nice. Let's see what's behind it. It's a save room. Take it. Nice HDL. Rodney's pretty good in Smash. A schedule update. We're playing Metroid Prime 3 for another hour and 40 minutes. Check the schedule below the stream to see what's coming up the rest of this week. There will be more Metroid, Final Fantasy, and Legend of Legaia tomorrow. Some Mario Maker and Smash on Wednesday. And some Valkyria Chronicles, Final Fantasy X, and our sub-block on Thursday with Zelda Wind Waker likely being beaten on Friday. I think we're going to beat it. We really just have the Triforce Hunt and the final dungeon remaining. Oh man, they told us that this Aurora unit is corrupted. So, if you haven't played the Prime games, you played like Metroid 1 or Zero Mission or Super Metroid, you know about Mother Brain. Is this like biological computer that the space pirates used, the nemesis of Samus? And Metroid Prime takes place after Metroid 1, but before all the other Metroid games. I think that's right. So it's after Metroid 1, but before Metroid 2. And it's kind of talking about the origin of the Aurora units, the biological computers. That's my plan, Marco, unless if someone wants me to play a different character. The ones I'm good with. Eventually, I'm sure I'm going to be able to like boost ball in that room. Can't do that just yet though. Kinetic charge, yeah, I'll have to get a boost ball. Very good, Johan. Cool, HDL. I think after we beat Prime 3, I'll sub in, we'll do Zero Mission. Zero Mission, then, I mean, I want to do Metroid 2, but I kind of want to wait for another Metroid 2 remake to be finished. This guy's been working, if there's any Metroid game or any classic video game that really needs a remake, it's Metroid 2. It was a regular Game Boy game, and it hasn't aged very well. Like, one of the problems with it is that Samus takes up like a quarter of the screen because the screen is so small, so the person who's doing the remake is trying to design it in the style of Super Metroid, and it looks really good, but it's been in development hell forever now. Whenever that comes out, I'll probably do it. Gotcha. The Prime games all take place pretty close to one another. I might hold off on Metroid 2 for now, we'll see. Metroid 2 is notable for inspiring the design on Samus. If you notice, she has the rounded shoulder pads, the Various suit. The reason for that is that the Game Boy was black and white, didn't have color to indicate when you got a suit upgrade. So they had to indicate her suit upgrade in a different way, and they did that by adding the round shoulder pads. And they've been in the series since then. I always dig that when limitations, lead to creativity. Ghor's battle armor. Suit is expanded and empty. Hinges have recently been used. Ghor's around here somewhere. You take up 1/4 the screen. Damn it, Andrea. Got me there. Alright, let's keep going. Let's see. Let's go left. I love how they build dread. They do this in the previous planet we were on too, where we had to fight the ice guy. We like found his ship, and then we found enemies frozen all over the place. We knew it was coming up. Low on power. Probably involves the boost ball, which I don't have yet. There we go. Let's have a Darkstar and HDL duke it out for the Marstead, twitch.tv/Marstead Modesty Award. There were no survivors. Alright, let's hit this door. It's over here. Whoa. Oh, Steam Lord. That's cool. He's just a regular guy. Friendly fellow. Dilapidated gate secures the bridge. Hinges look like they could easily be ripped from their mounting. All about that. Oh, these are the ones I can grab, right? Yeah. Jump. That's cool. Whole bridge falls down. Ah! Is the whole bridge gonna collapse? Structural integrity is critical. Traversal not recommended. Man, I do what I want. Samus's scanning visor. Might not be a good decision, but... Hooray! Stylish kill. Oh, I love this. Is when Nintendo was finally like, maybe we should do this achievements thing. I think it was just Retro, though. This wasn't really in any other Nintendo games at the time. I know they're pretty polarizing, but I like achievements. It's cool. Anything that gives you incentive to do something neat in a game. The audio's desynced? Let me try to fix it. Is anyone else noticing that problem? You saying that the game audio is desynced from the game video, or that my speaking is desynced from the game? Shoot, 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 jump, jump, shoot, shoot, shoot. Sync test. Jump, jump, shoot. Alright, let's see. See you, Andrea. Better now? Okay, thank you. Reinitialize it. Energy switch requires power to activate. Can I just shoot it? It's not that simple. This is probably gonna be a way I come back. Gotcha, thank you. Jump. Jump. How can I not destroy these? Hold on. Oh, pfft. You can't scan while swinging? Come on, Samus. Clamps. Clamps within the floating structure. Oh. Whoa. Jump. Alright, so we gotta get in here and blow up the clamps. This guy's strong. He's like an ox. He's got oxen-like strength. I know. Let's call him Clamps. Right. Gotta have a clamps joke. It's an important Futurama character. Alright, here we go. Pitfall across. Ah, Samus, that one's on you, Mario. That one was not on you. Jump. That one was almost on you. Bad case of the clamps. Sippin', snappin', the occasional crimpin'. Alright, what do we do here? Crane unit is energized. Engage manual control to move crane. I can do that. Jump. Jump. Oh. Jump. Jump. Whee! Alright. And we're up. Let's kill these dudes. Yoink. The thing where I'm like ripping off their plating is I'm using the nunchuck. Like, pop it forward. If you ever play this game or play nunchuck heavy Wii title, you should take Kami's advice, which is to never try to do anything with the nunchuck using your wrist. The accelerometer doesn't work that way, the way that the Wiimote does. You should use your arm. And very helpful for me, both in this game and in Twilight Princess. There's a lot of heavy nunchuck usage. Alright, Yahan. You heading to bed, man? See, I can't get away with gamifying Dead Space. The game is what makes it scary. See ya, Yahan. Good night. Okay. Hit the lift. You get a shield at 30. A bigger shield at 60, an even bigger shield at 120, then you get whatever you want at 240. And you can get a little rupee for subscribing on Patreon. The rupee amount related to your donation amount can be anywhere from $1. Would be immensely helpful. As high as you'd like to get. Let's see. Ooh, upgrade. Is it the boost ball? It is. Dead Space. Everybody combining their efforts to vote up Dead Space. Ooh, alright. Defense drone. Antennas appear to be fragile. Control unit inside armored helmet. Can I hit the... Are they like the grabby kinds of antennas? No, this is another... So much like Skyward Sword, a lot of this game doesn't have auto lock on because it's showing off the whole you aim with the Wiimote mechanics. Despite this game using the sensor bar, it's definitely one of the better like sensor bar aiming games on the Wii. They made sure it was as accurate as they could make it. Ah. Get his head to open up here. Whoa, buddy. Don't do that. Wait, hold up. Can I scan him again? Ow. Control unit is now exposed and vulnerable to attack. He's probably going to put his helmet back on his... Ah, I see. Yeah, see, this is another one where, like, once you solve the puzzle, Like, the fight actually isn't too bad after that. You don't have to hit it that many times. I feel like Metroid Prime 2 really makes you work for all of your fights, even after you've solved the basic puzzle. I don't know if that's the best game. I feel like the boss should be figure out what you're supposed to do and then just execute. The execute part shouldn't be the hard part. Try using the hyper mode next time, maybe good, but it's hard to hit him up on the roof like that. Come on. Here you go. It's pretty cool looking, must say. Oh wow, did you already get it back on? Oh, I think he just closes it while he's bouncing like that. Ouch. Come on. Come on. Ah, one more round and we'll get him. Can use hyper mode to take it effectively? Sure. Do that with the... Take out its head thingies. Yeah, just gotta do one hit at a time. Hyper mode. Yeah, that ends the fight pretty easily. Got him. Nice. Fun times. Yeah, jumpy jacks. And we get our boost ball. Right, so now we have a new ability that we didn't have before that's going to let us do things and access areas we couldn't get to earlier. You're a boost ball, Kami. Okay. I'll take this opportunity to scan some of these. I don't think it matters. Yeah, not really. Get all this health back. Exit's likely going to involve the use of the boost ball. It's cool, you build up the static charge. Your towel. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of nice. It's really good for speedrunners, right? Having hyper mode as an option to get through all the fights faster. I really like the addition of hyper mode. I think it's good game design. Like Spiky was saying, it doesn't mean they have to design the fights so that you have more ready access to health power-ups. So if you're not using hyper mode, it makes those fights quite a bit easier, but I think that might not be a bad thing either. Okay. People who are really good at a game are likely never getting hit anyway. Okay, cool. Roll back now. This is our short code. Mm-hmm. Drop. Oh yeah, Flurwing? I think you have to download play as if you have somebody else in the same room as you and they don't own the game and you want to play with them, but they also have a 3DS. Right? That's usually what that means in context of DS and 3DS. We all need a copy to play on the internet. If you want to play with somebody who's like physically in the same area as you, you just need one copy. And I think that the download play version is like there's less game in it. Because the whole thing is that as you finish dungeons, each of you gets you get chests that have items in them that you save, and you can use the items to craft new armor that lets you do stuff in future dungeons. So I'm guessing that the download play version doesn't have that. It just maybe has a limited number of levels with without any persistent item gains. I haven't done Sonic yet. I might do Sonic as a series playthrough. You know how I have Zelda on the schedule right now once a week? It might make sense to put Zelda in there eventually. Or Sonic in there eventually instead. That could be fun. I would probably really limit which Sonic games I play though, because there are a lot of bad ones. I would definitely do Sonic 1, 2, and 3. Probably Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 are both really good. Yep. I'm excited for the persistent, like, getting chests and stuff with items. It reminds me of, not Four Swords, Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. It was like that. You competed somewhat for resources. You need to fight these guys, but it's kind of satisfying. You're kind of satisfying. Where was the Aurora Unit chamber? I want to get back there. It's this way. Let's go. Yeah, man. Sonic Adventure 2 is Escape from the City, right? That song is my jam. Rolling around at the speed of sound. Gotta follow my rainbow. Email from Blizzard? You get Overwatch access, Kami? Or a BlizzCon ticket? Oh, cool. Sonic Adventure 2 is mostly the composer guy and his, like, basically punk band. Did a bunch of songs. It's really good. Whee! Look at all this charge we're building up. Yeah, so we came by here earlier, but we didn't have access to do this because we hadn't found the power up yet, but now that we have it, we can open the door. And welcome to Metroid. Metroid is all walking through a dungeon and seeing, ooh, there's a red door. I don't have the thing that lets me open red doors yet. I'll have to remember this place to come back to it later. Alright, this is the corrupted biological brain. Biological computer.
The Aurora Unit is corrupted and requires repair. Opening maintenance level hatch.
I'm not sure I understand what's happening in this picture. He makes a HQ item, he removes an NQ item, and he puts a bunch of materia into it successfully. Oh, is it that it was all successful on the first try? Oh, I see. I haven't done melding like that. That has been uninteresting to me because of the whole failure chance.
The Aurora Unit is corrupted and requires repair. Opening maintenance level hatch.
There it is, I see it now. Oh man. Don't you lose the materia if you fail to meld with it? Just gets destroyed. These things respawning. Could be any way to open the door. Alright, let's keep killing dudes then. Samus excels at killing dudes. It's her jam. So, Aurora Unit lady, you got a serious problem of robot dudes in your body. Upload Galactic Federation vaccine. Let's do it. Alright. Wonder if they can come up with a vaccine for me. Ugh, gross. That's why I haven't messed around with it. I have all my crafts up to the level that I can do without melding.
This turbulence is insignificant. I'll show you what I mean.
Hey! It's Ghor. Cool robot dude. Oh, he's got the plasma cannon, it looks like.
The network's been severed. You have no chance of destroying the scene unless you restore the Aurora Unit.
Well, thanks for telling me what I should do next. Now, I'm okay with fighting Ghor. That's fine. I don't like that he talks to you. I think it's important for Metroid to be as close to devoid of dialogue as possible. It's fine though, I guess I get it. Alright, so we gotta get, in order to fix this thing, see how he destroyed this panel? Maybe we can fix it now. Yeah, we gotta get a weapon upgrade, we gotta get the plasma cannon, I think. Well, let's go upstairs. Whoop. There we go. Yeah, 100% agree, Spiky. No, it's that like bleeding edge progression in MMOs that I used to be really into back in the day when I played Final Fantasy XI, earlier MMOs, Warcraft, that I don't care for anymore. Like I'll do Alexander, I'll do the raid content, but I won't do the Savage difficulty. Because if it's something where it's like, I'm gonna kill myself on it now, but give it 2 months and it's gonna be easy, I'm not gonna bother.
What a terrible dream we were having. Thank you for purging our phase-on corruption and allowing us to awaken. There is much to do. We have communed with AU-242 on Olympus and learned that a Leviathan impacted Elysia and began spreading corruption. We must destroy this Leviathan and stem the tide of corruption as soon as possible. We have a plan, but Ghor's attack severed key communication cables, disrupting our access to Skytown's primary network. This prevents us from controlling Skytown and executing our plan to destroy the Leviathan. Ghor's plasma cannon should be able to fuse together the severed cables. We must ask you to hunt him down.
I feel like you need to have a target dummy fight in a well-designed raid, though. From the perspective of the developer, they need to have some kind of placeholder fight, whether it's Patchwork or Faust or whatever, that guarantees that you're mathematically prepared to handle the mechanics in the rest of the dungeon, so that you're not wasting your time beating your head against the wall against a fight that you can't possibly win. I guess if they make that fight a big deal, that's a problem. It should be, you know, a random gatekeeper fight that you just bump into on your way through.
Ghor may have changed, Samus. Be prepared to deal with that. Good luck.
Yeah, I'd say just remove the mechanics from your target dummy fight.
Ghor's plasma cannon should be able to...
Okay, hunting down Ghor, got it. Where can we go now that we couldn't go before? Nowhere here, really. Keep an eye out for places where I can use my boost ball. Oh yeah? I'll save real quick, I haven't saved in a bit. Why not? Everybody who's lost their save file loves saving their game. Or has died without saving for a long time. Keep moving. Jump. Alright, let me just make sure I'm on the right path here. I think so. See if there's anyone else I can land on the planet. Whoa. Okay. Yep. Got it. Still some more up here. Oh, come on. There we go. We done? We might be done. Nope. We were not done. Hey, welcome home, Andrea.
Ship status alert. Unknown entity approaching. Commencing hull lockdown.
Ah. Okay. Perfect. Did I not come here before?
To have a glass of the thing you hate.
What's that?
Strawberry water.
Oh. Andrea really likes what's like the prime, is it like vitamin water? I don't know, she likes drinks that are like very lightly, subtly flavored water. I like my flavors to be intense. Like I want to be drinking a strawberry. If you're gonna tell me it's strawberry flavored. But Andrea actually likes it when it's just kind of barely strawberry flavored. Basically just water, but there's a hint. There's an aftertaste of strawberry. Like, ugh, it's gross to me.
Well, my mom got me this cool thing.
No, it's awesome. You should use it. I'm just saying, it's funny. Yeah, HDL, if you would try not to spoil stuff for me. I'll figure it out. If I get stuck, I'll ask for help. No, I recognize that this is my problem. Andrea's right. I'm wrong.
Quote 3.
I gotta have everything at quote 3 exactly. I gotta have everything turned up to 11. Like a puzzle there that I skipped? Wait, is that a... It's like a missile expansion. Yeah, it's totes a missile expansion. Can I get to it now? What is the entrance to that thing? Hold on. Open this thing first. You're fine, HDL. Ben, don't stand in front of the sensor bar, dude.
He's sick here.
Oh, I get it. Cool. No worries, HDL. It's fine. Alright, can we get this... Oh, hold on one sec. Making room for Andrew to sit down. Ooh, if you see, look at Samus's face in the reflection, you can see the corruption from her suit
See her
upgrade.
mascara?
Do you see the, like, veininess by her eye? No?
Yeah, a little bit.
It's a nice little effect. How was your day?
Long.
Long. Gonna have a good jazzercise then?
Yeah, I need to jazz out today.
Yeah, I like the motion controls in this. I think it's very what's the word?
Intuitive?
It's intuitive,
Cathartic?
it's
Rewarding?
subtle.
Easy to learn?
It doesn't feel like they added them unnecessarily. It doesn't feel super
So it
gimmicky.
feels natural,
Natural, there you go.
which is also, I would say, intuitive, but
Yeah.
fine.
Those all the words you selected were good. Better than what I was coming up with. Quote 3. Yeah, once you've done it once, you're like, okay, I gotta do this twisty thingy, sure. Balls.
So, I gave a run-through of my public lecture to the committee people
Armor taking damage.
on Friday, and it went over really well. They're super happy and excited about it. But one person in the committee, who will remain unnamed, just is a grumpy old man with
Possibly
bad
senile.
hearing. Well, okay, so I learned today that he has bad hearing. So he creates what he thinks I said
And then judges you
and
based on
then
that.
yells at me for it.
Uh-huh.
So, and also, for example, this person sent me an email this weekend entitled Scientific Accuracy, where he was complaining that he got confused by my Colonel Mustard joke because I referred to the character as Mr. Mustard, and he didn't get the connection, even though on the slide I used the exact character card from the game that said
Colonel Mustard.
Colonel
yeah.
Mustard. Colonel Mustard's
Well,
written on the
miss-
slide
missing-
everywhere.
The missing point you're not remembering here is that you made this Colonel Mustard joke and he didn't get it, and it was
Right,
embarrassing.
yeah, he didn't get it because he's like, oh, why are you putting him on the dark matter suspects list? I'm like, it's a joke. I said
Because
that.
I'm comparing the whole thing to Clue.
Yeah, I said that by I would guess that Colonel Mustard is the most massive of the Clue suspects. Therefore, he's the best dark matter candidate. But he emits and reflects light, so he can't be it.
Colonel Mustard is not the dark matter.
No, Colonel Mustard's not dark matter, guys. I really hope that that's not confusing. But yeah, I talked with someone today about that. Like, hey, so is it cool if I just ignore this? Because he's also, this guy is kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
Or was a big deal. I don't know, still is.
It has absolutely nothing to do with exactly spiky. What does this have to do with scientific accuracy?
That's a great question. You know,
Why would you title the email that?
I question my scientific integrity if I'm gonna call him Mr. Mustard. Because, you know, he didn't go through years of training to be Mr. That boy's been promoted to Colonel. And in this person's head, where I should not, you know, refer to him as Mr.
Yeah, you should have. When she was telling me about this guy, you've heard that I don't get angry, right? Nothing really.
Well, and
pisses
it's
me
also
off, but
like
I don't like when
he's
people are
just
shitty
so
to Andrea for no
mean
reason.
and aggressive about it too. Like he's just rude.
Grinding my teeth.
So like yeah, today I had to deal with people like that again, where I was showing for this conference I'm
Yeah.
going to, and just
More negative people.
it just yeah, just these tenacious, aggressive, mean people that just won't let go, and they won't be nice, and they won't even like work with you, or they just want you to be wrong, and they want to be mad at you and like tear you down, and that's all. Ugh.
It's okay. You're home now. You're about to go to Jazzercise. You're gonna dance to.
Yeah, I'm
people
really
singing
hoping we
about
do some
booties.
punching.
Yeah, you can imagine
punch
a
out.
target.
Yeah. Some people's kids, man.
It'll be good.
Oh, but I asked about this guy from the public lecture, and apparently he's difficult with everyone.
Okay,
And
that's
he was
good.
actually quite nice to me. So
Very good.
I don't even want to know what this guy
What
is
he's
like
usually
normally
like. Yeah.
when someone's not as prepared as I am.
Yeah, Ludifex. I didn't spend years in evil medical school to be called Mr. Evil. What did Colonel Mustard do? What was Colonel Mustard's dig in the movie? That movie's awesome, by the way. If you haven't seen the Clue
Washington,
movie.
D.C.
Well, they were all in Washington, D.C.
Damn it.
That was their one thing they had in common. Whoa! Don't be punching my ship! What is this shit? Yeah, just
I was gonna say he had an affair with Yvonne, but I think everyone did, or Yvette.
Yvette.
Whatever her name is. I think everyone did.
Yvette.
Oh, didn't he sell government secrets?
That was it. That was it.
From the war.
Spoiler alert from Clue with Tim Curry. One of the best movies ever based on a board game. Although Chaos pointed out, what about Jumanji? And I said, good point, Jumanji's also very good. I think I like Clue better, though.
Soon everything will be corrupted,
That's it, Ludwig.
including you.
What's up, robot dude? What's your deal? Ghor, shield repels all weapon fire, powered by a unit on his back. Alright.
Oh, that's awesome, Dahan. Enjoy your day off.
Ow.
Are you trying to make me look stupid? That's right. This is funny. It's like 1 + 2 + 1.
1 + 1.
Oh, Dahan. Apologies.
Stay on. Fighter of the Night Han.
Okay.
Champion of the
But it's
Sun.
Yahan,
Not
not
other.
not
No relation.
Jahan.
Dahan, no relation.
Oh. My bad. I'm sorry.
We've got
It's been a
Jahan
long
and
day.
Vihan, who are brothers from Finland. We've also have
Got lots of Hans.
yeah.
Dahan, fighter of the night Han.
Monkey brains, while popular in Cantonese cuisine, are not often to be found in Washington, D.C.
Yeah, Spiky, because when I went to talk to someone about it, like, yeah, it is a little frustrating that they're just like, no, that's just so-and-so, and I mean, if you take it to an extreme, completely not directly applicable situation, this is how you get people like the guy at Berkeley who was sexually assaulting students for 10 years, getting away with it for so long.
Because everyone's like, oh,
Everyone's
that's
like,
just how
oh,
he is.
that's just him. And
Right.
so the person I was talking to, I told them like, well, you know, I thought that he was being kind of unnecessarily aggressive, and I don't foresee any problems, but if there are, and like, I trust that, you know, I will always be polite and respectful, and I trust that you and the other people on the committee will kind of have my back.
Right. Seems fair.
Yeah, so
I should probably use my.
I might not have my back, but at least I can help diffuse the situation. So I'm hoping it'll be fine. I emailed him back, and I just said, hey, thanks for the comment. I'll make sure to be clear I'm talking about the character from the board game.
Oh, okay.
Which is not admitting fault, but
Good
it's
on
also
you.
not being like, what the f are you
Yeah,
talking
what do you- what
about,
is
you
your-
crazy senile old man?
Come on. Come on. Hit him in the butt.
Oh, they don't know who I am. And by that I mean Dahan. Hey Dahan, I'm his wife.
Yeah, hi.
I came home early today because I had a long, hard day, so...
Who is this woman complaining about science? Jesus.
So
I'm just
going-
trying to watch some Metroid,
Metroid.
man getting zapped to death, and this crazy lady shows up. Is she a home? Is this a home invasion? Do we need to call the police?
No, you're good.
Oh, right, I forgot
Yeah,
I
so
could
I'm
do
gonna
that.
go to Jazzercise and dance out my frustrations.
Yeah. Big booty.
Big booty,
booty
got
work,
that big,
right?
big booty.
I think we got him. Give me your plasma rifle.
I'm an astrophysicist, so I deal with a lot of people that have basically no social skills and are not required to be polite. So I get yelled at a lot in very mean, aggressive ways.
She does
And usually it's okay, but today it got to me.
She does astroparticle physics, and she's looking for dark matter via indirect evidence. Dark matter is so called because it's invisible. We can't see it, right?
Yep.
But maybe it crashes
Maybe
into
if
itself,
it interacts, it'll make gamma rays.
shoots gamma rays out, and if we see extra gamma rays in space that aren't from something else we know about, maybe it comes from dark matter. That's the signal she's looking for. You want to know more about what she does? She's doing a public lecture at Slack, the lab that
Being
she
yelled at
works
because I
soon.
work with grumpy physicists.
And I'll post that link on the Twitch page once she does it.
Grumpy
Cool.
physicists who... It's this situation where they call me out on something, they're trying to catch me, and I point out that they're absolutely wrong, and so they double down and try to slightly change it to try to make me look stupid and wrong so that they don't look stupid and wrong. And then it's just this power fight, and eventually the thing diverges into an unproductive conversation where one of us has to give, and it's usually me. But it's frustrating.
You're
I'm slowly becoming one.
yeah. I feel
I've
bad
become
for
much grumpier over the last 2 years.
I feel bad for Ghor and for what's the ice guy? there's these cool other bounty hunters that are all friendly with you and everything's nice. They get possessed by Dark Samus though, and they fight you.
Moving
You have
those
to destroy them.
goalposts.
Yes, she's doing wimps. Machos,
Yeah, machos are more are falling out of favor.
Yeah.
I'll put it that way.
they're pretty much dead.
Yeah, although there are people who talk about primordial black holes, which I guess is a form
Frozone.
of a macho.
Here's my super suit.
But yeah, wimps are really the big one. Wimps are also exciting because our detectors are hitting the sensitivity levels we need to start actually testing some really good wimp models that, yeah, are well motivated for several reasons.
Rundas,
So
cool
the
HTO.
theorists have said, hey, based on all the evidence we have of dark matter, we expect to see a particle that looks like this. And then we go and we say, okay, if there's a particle that looks like this, then we would expect to see this many gamma rays. We didn't see any gamma rays, therefore we can exclude that model because if it was true, we would have seen gamma rays.
Right.
Yay! Yes, it exactly, Kami, and it's frustrating too because it's a very emotional thing, and so it really does. The conversation diverges into an unproductive zone where everyone's just trying to like one up the other person, and yeah, it's not talking about science anymore. So like, yeah, scientists are people too, and they unfortunately have huge egos a lot of the time, and they really are stubborn, and they do not like quitting, and they love to fight.
This usually doesn't reach the public though. Like usually
Oh,
peer
yeah,
review
no.
stops this. Not always, obviously. There are problems with
We
that,
do this
but
in the back rooms where y'all can't see.
that's what peer review is for. It's intended to control for this human tendency to stick to something despite evidence to the contrary.
Although I guess other dark matter candidates besides wimps are axions. Those are quite interesting.
Axions.
Yes, but they're another kind of particle. Why are physicists playing Clue? I'm giving a public lecture in 2 weeks, and I'm using Clue as an allegory to the dark matter problem. So
Lots
instead
of people have played Clue.
yeah, so
and
what
Clue.
kind of particle is it, right? How can we detect it? How do they kill them? And where is the dark matter? Like it's in galaxy clusters, and also it's here on Earth. So the like, is it neutralinos in a dwarf galaxy annihilating the gamma rays? Ah.
Physicists shouldn't play Clue.
Yeah, we gotta
what
practice
ones, yeah.
those deductive reasoning skills.
That's the foundation. Very good, baby Choo Choo. I really like that Metroid Prime 3 returns to the model of the 2D Metroid games where when you get a beam upgrade, it's just a permanent upgrade. I get that people like that you could switch between like the power beam and the wave beam and so on in the original Metroid Prime, but I think this is just a simpler solution. If you want to have something that you need to switch to, just make it a gadget like some of the other items. Hey D-Rock, how you doing?
So, Kami, I might be able to do that because I have a whole section on red herrings where I go off about what 3 Sigma means and how when
yeah,
3
you should
Sigma
add that
things...
to the talk.
Right, no, I know. So like I
Inspired by
said, I
Kami.
think I could do it.
You have they gave you all the rights to Clue, right? For this
Well,
talk.
not the movie.
Maybe not the movie?
We got the rights from Hasbro.
You could probably ask them. I bet they'd be okay with you.
Or I might be, maybe if
Or
I
you
just
could-
ad-lib it, like talk about...
You could argue fair use for like
Yeah.
3-second clip of Tim Curry saying, it's a red herring.
Communism is just a red herring.
Yeah, inject yourself saying, you know, machos are just a red herring.
Whoa.
That'd be pretty
Watch
cool with
there.
effects. Kinda, sorta. She's like typing in front of
Sorry, I'm
my
gonna
screen
be
now and
done
I can't
really
see.
soon. Okay. Put the thing in the chat again.
I think I just went in a loop. Hold on.
Air.
We want to go back to the Aurora Unit spot.
Email Curry.
No, I think you should think
Oh
about
no,
doing
he had a
that.
stroke? That sucks.
Oh, I didn't know that. That does suck.
If I needed to, I would email him.
Oh, it's worth a shot. He might not be opposed to recording a short
I
4-second
bet.
dialogue.
I don't think I need like a whole video for it.
Mm-hmm.
I think I can just say it.
Just say.
I'll find a way to say it.
Right.
Be like, all right, you know. So sometimes 3 Sigmas, like communism, can just be a red herring.
And show a picture of him.
Yeah, I mean that might be a little bit too niche.
No, I think you'll get the people in the audience who've seen the movie before.
So because at the end, the very end, I have like a updated little clue board, and I crossed off some suspects. But I also have, so I have Colonel Mustard, and he's crossed off. But I left Mr. Green, and one of the people during my practice talk was like, so is there a reason that like you haven't crossed off Mr. Green? And I was like, actually there is, and that's a nod to the movie. Because it wasn't Mr. Green.
Right. Was that what they expected?
No.
Oh, okay.
They were just like, oh, it seems like if you can cross off Colonel Mustard, you can cross off Mr. Green for the same reason.
He might be the dark matter.
Yeah.
He's gonna go home and sleep with his wife. It's the Aurora Chamber. Okay, yes, this is where we want to be. Nice shortcut. Yeah, I love Tim Curry. He was great. He's like on Wild Thornberries.
Yeah.
He did voice acting for a really long time.
Told you I didn't do it. Exactly.
Great in Rocky Horror.
Oh,
Any of you guys been to a Rocky Horror show at like a local theater where everybody dresses up and throws toast at the screen and the like?
Panorama of Stormwind from the movie. I don't remember this at all.
That's for the upcoming Warcraft movie.
Oh. Okay, then that's why I don't
Yeah.
know what that is.
You ever play World of Warcraft?
Mr. Green is dark matter.
Right. Get Michael McKean. Mr. Green is don't spoil anything. Mr. Green is Better Call Saul. It's Saul's brother. Chuck.
Oh yeah.
He's also in
I like Mr. Green better than Chuck.
he's also in Spinal Tap and a bunch of other things. We have to go fix this thing in the bottom floor. Yeah. Okay. I'm on it. Yeah. Chuck's the man. Michael McKean.
Go home and sleep with my wife.
Oh, dude. Better Call Saul was really good. I think you'll like it. I really like Bob Odenkirk, which is part of why I really wanted to see it. I also wanted to have more Breaking Bad in my life.
You like that universe?
Yeah, I like that universe. I really like Vince Gilligan. He's
Their
such a good
storytelling.
storyteller. He's really good at show don't tell.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think that they were aware of like fears of being compared to Breaking Bad, and I would say it is every bit as good as Breaking Bad.
Dun, 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 dun,
Actually, I'm
dun,
more
dun,
excited about Saul
dun,
Goodman as a
dun,
character than I am about
dun,
Walter
dun.
White. Bob Odenkirk's the man. You ever watch Mr. Show? His sketch comedy show from back in the day with David Cross. Many of you may know as Tobias from Arrested Development. Or
Yeah.
Evo from the
I
second
went and blew myself.
Futurama
Something
movie.
Like that. That thing looks like a Reaper.
Thank you, Sam.
It's a organic brain, or brain computer.
Now we can execute our plan to
Do you have to go to Jazzercise soon?
I do, yes.
Okay.
Thank you for the reminder.
No problem.
Go get dressed.
disable the Leviathan's protection.
Stormwind pictures from the new movie, right?
Unfortunately, the generator for this ship is
It's the film that's coming out in cinemas. Thank you for standing in front of the TV, Andrew. I appreciate that. You're just like Ben.
as an alternative
You are a
to
cat.
destroying the generator. We have calculated that a massive thermonuclear explosion would likely destroy the shield itself.
That sounds good. Dude, Ludefx, the whole show is like that. It's fantastic. That scene is really great too. I love Mike. It's another reason to watch Better Call Saul. You get more Mike.
Components to create such a device. We would like you to build this device and drop it on the Leviathan.
You're lucky that you've waited for the first season to finish. You can just sit down and marathon them. They've got some really good cliffhangers between the episodes. Just watch them back to back.
Unfortunately, the components are too large for you to lift unaided. You will need assistance to move and assemble them. There is a Federation landing site far to the east of Skytown. You will be able to find something to help you there.
Is the whole movie going to be CG? I know that the orcs are CG, but I wasn't sure if they were going to do like a Spirits Within thing.
This should help you get started. Good luck, Samus.
Yeah, Yukubo, I heard about the new Mr. Show coming out to Netflix. Oh, can you post the link? I'd love to see that. My favorite 3 sketch comedy shows are roughly in order: Monty Python, Kids in the Hall, and Mr. Show. Mr. Show is a little bit more hit and miss than the other 2, but when it hits really, really hard. It's very funny. Logbook updated. No. Ah, the orcs are mocapped, I see. That's cool. Gotcha. Cool, thanks, Yukubo. You might not know, but Mr. Show is where Tom Kenny got his big break. Tom Kenny is the voice of SpongeBob, the Ice King, the mayor of Townsville and Powerpuff Girls, and just about everything. He's in many, many TV shows. He's an Abner Doubledeal on Futurama. It's also where Jack Black got his big break. He was a comedy actor in several skits on there. They did one that's a parody of Jesus Christ Superstar that's really, really funny. Stars Jack Black. It's part of the reason why Jack Black and Kyle Gass got their Tenacious D TV show on HBO. So we've got a map now. Let's go ahead and get to these last areas we haven't been to yet. Because they had friends at HBO thanks to Mr. Show. I think we're gonna go downstairs and then go left, if that's correct. Chunk. Is this right? Yeah, this is right. Cool. I got a plasma beam. I got a plasma beam. I got a plasma beam. Hey. Look at this. Metroid Prime 3 design. Almost no backtracking. Going pretty well, all things said and done. I am playing on the Wii U right now. Playing the Metroid Prime trilogy that they very kindly released on the eShop. The alternative is to find Metroid Prime trilogy on a disc, which is really expensive. They're fairly rare.
Auto repair functions complete.
Hey, cool.
Ship is ready for use.
That's a cool way to like make talking to the Aurora Unit mandatory. You can't ride your ship until you do. Let's go this way and see what we can find. I think we just gotta go back to our ship, but dork around checking stuff out in this direction first. Ah, but that was required. See, it's different. It's required. It wasn't aimless walking around due to being lost by the level design. Ow. Yeah. I got it for my nephew Jaden, because he was really into Metroid at the time. I had gotten him into Super Metroid. And I found out that he had traded it in to GameStop for like a $15 credit or something. He didn't know any better, and I was like, oh, Jaden, do you have any idea how much the Metroid Prime trilogy sells for on Amazon now? And I told him, and he was like, I'll never trade in another game again. Yeah. Sell it on Amazon for 170 bucks. Put it in bank account, buy it back later if you want it. See you later. Have fun. Okay. Sounds good. Chunk. junk. I think this is tasteful use of motion control. That was the word I was looking for earlier. It's natural, but it's also tasteful. It doesn't feel like it's completely unnecessary. I think it adds something. Not feeling like it's just getting in the way. Hey, databot. Shoot to get data. Sounds good. Yeah, right? 132 bucks. Yeah, no kidding. Year 400 of Legion Reckoning, the time for our Chozo creators to leave had arrived. To us, they had entrusted the station. Remember, this station is a bunch of, like, sapient robots that were built by the Chozo. Really cool. To us, they entrusted the station and its purpose. We were to stand vigil and watch over the station until the time when others seeking knowledge and enlightenment arrived. Their departure came one last request from the Chozo Searcher to continue exploring the skies for the answers to the mysterious planet. We gave her our word and resumed her tireless search. Day after day, we hunted for the answers she desperately sought, but our efforts yielded nothing. We failed. Yeah, right? I may have done a couple trade-ins as a kid, but I'm a pack rat with video games now after seeing how quickly they can go out of print. You're a bunch of sapient robots built by the Chozo. You raise a good point, Kami. In some ways I am.
The security locks have been engaged on this landing site.
Okay.
This is surely a result of Ghor's recent activities.
Sure.
I will lock this area.
Hey, thank you. Good looking out. Aurora Unit. 292. Yeah, Leon. If you have a Wii or prior game, so like Wii, PS2, Xbox 360 in some cases, I think they had a larger printings for the most part, and prior, you might consider seeing how much it goes for on Amazon. Like if I wanted to get, I had to pay like 20 bucks to get a used, like cartridge-only copy of Spirit Tracks to play on stream. If I wanted to get a not used copy, I would be paying like 75 bucks, and that game came out pretty recently. In comparison. Right, Yukupo. I hear you. Yeah, Loot Effects. I hear you. Symphony of the Night. Whenever someone asks me my favorite color from now on, I'm going to tell them phthalo blue. Gotta get that Van Dyke brown. That titanium white. All right. Oh, nice, D-Rock. All right, where are we gonna fly to? Ah, that's where we came from. Okay, so we don't want to fly just yet. Let's pop out. Yes, Loot Effects, I agree. I hope that more and more games are added to like Virtual Console for a reasonable price for that exact reason. Because like I no longer have any reservations about emulating a game if there is no possible way for me to give money to the original developer. If the only thing I can do is pay a collector $140 to play a game, then I'm going to emulate it all day. But I would love to give the developer money, or even just the rights holder money if possible. So whenever they put something like that on the Virtual Console, or on the PSN, or the Xbox Live Arcade, I think that's great. What is that? Ship missile expansion. Oh, weird. Do they have to track ship missiles? What a thing. Shit. Alright, well, let's try going down here and then turning left. Wait. Something's fishy. You're fishy. Come through this door yet? No, apparently not. Right on. Yeah, Marco, I feel that way too. I I will end up getting a PS4 for Final Fantasy 15, The Last Guardian, and Kingdom Hearts, but it'll be with a heavy heart since so many games are cross-platform and also available for PC on a system that's comparably expensive to next-gen system or current-gen system. It used to be that the way the cost of manufacturing meant that a gaming console was significantly less expensive than a comparably like spec'd computer, home computer. But Moore's Law has pushed us away from that. You can spend about $400 and get a really good gaming computer that you build yourself. Landing cradle for small evacuation pods. I don't know what the purpose of this room is. Maybe it will make sense later. What are these guys? Little spider dudes. What's your deal, spider dudes? Steam spider. Oh, cool. I don't think I can do anything with this thing, can I? Doesn't look like it. Alright. Probably land here later. There is what looks like a morph ball track in this room, though. No, I think it's just for show, though. Yeah, I pointed the same to Reaper Cheap. Hey, how you doing, Reaper Cheap? Good to see you. Gotta get on them screw tape letters, yeah? I've read most of C.S. Lewis's work. Haven't read... There's like a space series? It's sci-fi, rather. It's not space, necessarily. It's more adult or young adult than Narnia. I really liked C.S. Lewis's theology. Without getting too deep into a religion discussion, C.S. Lewis was kind of a universalist before that was becoming a little bit more vogue. I don't have the screw attack yet. Okay. But now I know that it's here. Unless if it lets me do it now. Maybe it does. From the Silent Planet, that's it. Yeah.
Samus, perhaps what you require to access the Federation landing site in the east is not on this planet. The
Oh.
may reside.
Cool. Thank you, Aurora Unit. Good looking out. There's a theme, and I guess, like, very late Chronicles of Narnia spoilers if you haven't read ahead on the series. It'll be very brief, though. There's a theme at the end of the last battle that says something to the effect of, it's like establishing that Aslan is the one true, like, deity figure, right? And there's this guy in the afterlife who is a servant of the other god, who's not the one true deity figure. And he's like, hey, if my religion is wrong, why am I in heaven? And Aslan tells him, all of the good that you did in the name of your god, you did in my name, and all the bad that people do in my name, they did in the bad god's name. And I thought that was pretty progressive of C.S. Lewis at the time. It got him in trouble with some people, but that's a common modern message that I wish more religions would have. Ooh, Mega Man Legends 2. When I do, I'm eventually going to do a full playthrough of the whole Mega Man series, and I'll probably end it with some Legends. Although I think the Battle Network games are longer than the Legends games on average, isn't that right? Let's fly back to Bryyo. Can we hit this thing to bounce back? Yeah, galaxy map. I guess there's an Orion too. I don't think it's this one though. I think it's Bryyo. Let's start from the entrance and we'll go all the way around. So that may be comparable to Legends. Sure. We already beat Mega Man 2 and Mega Man X 1 and 2 on stream, so I'd probably start with Mega Man 1. Maybe we'll do 2 again. It's a short enough game. I did like a Mega Man Celebration Day few months ago. Great. Maybe I'll just do the main series, like 2D Mega Man games as part of Franchise Day, and then put the other Mega Man games on the voting spreadsheet. I can't skip X7. I also have to play Mega Man 8. What's it? Leaked energy in the Wait Womb, Mega Man. Find that meteor, you'll find Dr. Wily. What's the deal with this guy? Original purpose is unknown. Offline and trapped in stone. Yes. Yeah, Repatriate. My dad's really into mere Christianity. My dad is a Lutheran minister. And that he isn't ordained as one. He's not practicing. I am not. But that's okay. Oh, I should really let this guy out now, can't I? Well, I don't need to. There's all this ice around the whole dungeon. Yeah. We can keep track of where we've been by whether we've freed the things from ice yet or not. X7? Really? Is it that bad? Is it as bad as Mega Man 8? Mega Man 8's pretty bad. The gameplay is pretty silly in addition to having really awful voice acting. Yeah, me too. Chaos. Much less evangelical Pastafarian than I was when I first became one. But I think that's something a lot of Pastafarians go through, so to speak. Unable to destroy with weaponry. Whoa. Can you not, dude? Look at these guys. Fine, I'll just shoot you to death. I guess next one I'll just shoot him with the ice missile, since they take a little while to kill otherwise. Cool. Look at that. Easy mode. Jump. Die. Whoop. Okay. Don't think there's any way to get in there or any reason to go in there. Shriek bats? No, night barbs. Enter the shaft echoes. I already did all that, I think, right? Okay, that's fine. That's what we want. I remember playing 9 and being like, whoa, this game isn't jerking around. Like, it's kind of a return to NES form. I'd say it's harder than, like, Mega Man 2. Yeah, I might need to, rather than play them in completely chronological order, I might need to do, like, Mega Man 1, 2, 3, and then do Mega Man 9 and 10. Otherwise, I'll get soft playing the later games, you know? Alright, there's a room. Oh, I guess I could have just flown there, but we're gonna get there here in a second anyway. Doesn't look like there's anything down that way. There's a couple thermal rooms in this direction. Black hole. Is that Mega Man X? Might be in a couple of them. It sounds familiar, but I don't remember which game it was. There we go. Now, did I skip a... No, they're all downstairs. Perfect. I love that it's just a flat upgrade in this one. It's kind of stressful to have to worry about switching between your guns all the time. I don't think that's what Metroid should be about. Whoa. Nice. Running. Love these little golems, like the the level design, the set pieces in this game are really cool. I think they're the coolest of the Metroid Prime titles. Letting you move between planets was a big boon to that, you know. To having the golem-themed level. Oh. Might be getting those soon. The golem-themed level, the, like, petroleum-themed area. Lots of cool stuff like that. Alrighty. There's a half pipe. Yep, we can get up there. What's your deal? Unit is permanently offline, sure. What's your deal? Unable to open from the outside. Hmm. Let's try getting up to that half pipe, yeah. Jump. Kick, punch, it's all in the mind. Man, I'm so excited to do Half-Life for the first time. I've beaten Half-Life 1, I've never beaten Half-Life 2, but I've played enough of it to know that it's a game I want to play, especially on stream. Lots of really cool level design. We already used all of these. Just disables it briefly, yeah. How do I get up to the half-pipe? That's the question. Maybe this guy here? No, I don't think that's a climby thingy. Could just go downstairs. Maybe the room down there brings me around. It's possible. Let's move forward before we get convinced that we need to use this room for some reason. Half-Life 1 is one of those games that's more important than it is good, and it is very good. I think Half-Life 2 is just good. The thing that Half-Life 1 does very well, that it's one of those, like, if you go and you play it after playing modern video games, you might not get it, but it was one of the first games to have scripted events that would occur while you're moving through a level. So, like, you walk past a wall and a monster breaks out of it right as you walk past it. Every game does that these days, but Half-Life kind of started that trend. Kind of cool. Go back and see the first game that did it and how they used it. Also used it to communicate very little through cutscenes and have everything in the main controllable game. Half-Life 2, the thing I love about Half-Life 2, the like 5 or 6 hours I've played of it, is that it has lots of puzzles. Like the way the level design is set up, it feels like you're breaking the game. Like what you're supposed to do feels like you're getting outside the bounds of the level, but that's actually where the developer intends you to go, and it all feels very natural. So you feel really rewarded when you solve something. Yeah, Half-Life 1's great, but shows its age. That's another way to put it, exactly. Alright, keep moving. Jump. Jump. There we go. Guessing this isn't going to take me outside that room with the boost ball. Maybe. Yeah, right. A lot of stuff going on in this room. Generators connected to a nearby rail system, unable to restore energy directly. Okay, what else is going on here? Phantom Brave, not another needle game. What's up, dude? There we go. Busted. What's your deal? Clamps. Do that just by shooting it? No. It might involve like those. Ooh, more lore. I want to be the guy fan game? Right on. I finally watched an I Want to Be the Bashi playthrough, so I kind of know what's going on in that game. We, Lords of Science, mishandle the use of our knowledge. The devastation of war robbed us of the rare resources necessary to fuel our war engines. Without our machines, we were unable to stand up to the primal armies, and they overran the enclaves of any Science Lords. But few remained, fled into dark places, polluted wastelands. Even the bravest of primal warriors returned and enter. Whatever joy there may have been among the victorious was quickly stamped out by the grim reality surrounding them. Bryyo, their cradle, their sacred home, was on the verge of death. 12,000 deaths? Good God. That is no joke. Alright, so what's your deal, Golem dude? Oh, you breathe fire. Awesome. Will you be my friend and follow me through the rest of the game? Probs not, huh? Boy can dream. I want to get close enough to scan that. Gel is pouring too rapidly to be frozen for any amount of time. Unable to freeze directly. Interesting. What that's all about. This thing must be done. I do like the permanently offline note, so that you know that you're done using it, that it's not something that's going to come up later if you come back to this room after not playing for a couple weeks and don't remember what you were doing. Moving along. Hey, more lore. Where do you translate it? Forgotten in exile, a creature of myth, I, the last lord of science, worked tirelessly to protect myself in this world. I crafted magics and machines to bring life back to the wastelands. I found a new source of natural energy in the land and called it fuel gel. I vowed to atone for the devastation inflicted upon Bryyo, caused by both science and war. Yet while I toiled, the primals slipped slowly into barbarism. With no science lords to hunt, they turned on each other, tribe against tribe. Magic was lost to them, and they became as savage as the predator beasts of the wild. I do like the whole war between the primals and the science lords. It's pretty cool. High temperature beams, yep. Another cool thing is that they keep the orange doors. They don't disappear when you shoot them with this beam, so you can you can still see that you've been in the room, but you can keep track of when you got access to an area. In Metroid Prime 1 and 2, it changes the door to blue after you've opened it. Giant impact, crumbled debris. Cool. Cage invulnerable to weaponry. Okay. So you're telling me I need a giant impact. Colossal war golem. Yeah. Gunship not carrying an object suitable for this location. Oh, I gotta bring like a head over here with the gunship. That's cool. Well, we'll come back here then. Oh, that's true. You're right, I'm sorry. I guess I was thinking of the missile doors, and that might even still be true in this version. Spiky. Because, like, you had, like, the dark and white doors, right? Yeah, you're right. My bad. Probably can't get up there yet anyway, right? Cold-based weaponry. I don't have a way to get up there, though. Whoa, where are you porting to, buddy? Can you not do that? Alright, later, Daehan. Godspeed. Boom. This one I can't open at all, right? Yeah, I don't have the purple thingy yet. Let's try climbing up there. Yeah. Maybe. Looks like that could be right. Try getting at it from the other side here. Jump. Jump. Oh, there's stuff behind here. Nothing of relevance, though? No? Doesn't look like it. Probably can't land on top of that, huh? I guess no. Keep going. Maybe the ability to go up there is gonna matter later. All right. Golem, what's your jam here? What fan game? Do you have a particular one in mind, Reaper Cheap? Very possibly, yeah. Like, I Want to Be the Bashi is a fan game, right? Because you could even call I Want to Be the Guy is almost a fan game. It's very unofficial and uses a bunch of unlicensed sprites from other people's games. Okay. Whoa, dude.
Further analysis of the ancient reptilian ruins on we suggest you investigate this phenomenon. We
Sure.
will transmit the coordinates to you now.
Cue donkey shorts. It's on the other side, right? Because we gotta go get the head and pick it up. Yeah, that makes sense. And it's through the area that has the thermal door. So I think I picked the wrong map first, but we can get back to here pretty quickly after we finish exploring this thing. Jump, jump, jump. Okay. Go through here. I suppose that's true. That makes sense. I take it back. I guess the Metroid Prime 2 issue, there were often what's the word? There were barriers that were not indicated on the map in any way. You didn't know that there was a barrier. Gonna get all of them? Alright, nice. Chunk. Oh, I had it. Jump. Right. Come on. Hey, Ben. Gotta be holding the left button. Anticipation. There we go. Got it. Yeah, sure. I'd be down for a Reaper Jeep. I mean, I'll probably end up playing Mother 4 when it comes out, and that's a fan game. I've said before, I think it has an unfortunate title that I hope doesn't get them shut down. Junk. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I've created a shortcut here, right? It's a room that I've been in before. Yeah, okay, cool. Now I can cross here where I couldn't before. Awesome. Awesome to the max. Dun 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 dun. My only regret is that I have bonitis. Jump. Yeah, go for it, Reaper Jeep. Thank you for asking. What's the word? Let's get this missile expansion, which might have been the only purpose for coming up here. It's cool we're exploring. I'm glad I didn't spend a bunch of time in this room, since it turned out we needed to come in here from a different direction anyway. Jump, jump. Probably nothing in this direction, right? Large battery's been removed. Oh, Riri. This thing probably can't get busted, right? No. Probably be scannable if it was. Might just be a place to jump down. Or way to get back up. Oh, no, it's just a place to jump down. Alright. Well, let's go back to the nearest ship room, which is nearby. Ish. I think we gotta go down here. We got some extra missile expansions out of all that, though, so it was worth it. Jump. Okay, looking good. Oh, cool. Those are all like built. When you say fan game, they're built around like I want to be the guy in particular. Summon my ship. Sure, sure. So like brutally hard, like developer having a dialogue with the player when they troll the player. I guess it depends. Like, not all games that are brutally hard like that are tricking the player actively with jump scares and things like that. Like, have you played Battle Kid, Reaper Cheap? Oh, cool. I'll have to check it out. Is it under your handle, Reaper Cheap? Battle Kid is an NES game. It is the most recently pressed NES game. I believe that's still true. Like, you actually get it on a cartridge. You press them. I think you can play it on an emulator now, but it used to be that no one had ripped a ROM of it and you had to play it on a cartridge. But I have cartridges for 1 and 2. I beat Battle Kid 1, but not 2. Yeah, so it's very hard. It's inspired by I Want to Be the Guy, but it never tricks you. Like, you walk into a map and you can look at the map and figure out exactly what you have to do. And you're never like jumping around and a spider falls from the sky and just automatically kills you. I Want to Be the Sublime. Cool. Check out for it. We're playing for about 10 more minutes of Metroid Prime 3 before we sign off for the night. I'm going to try to get to this next upgrade if I can. It's not too far away. You're inspired by the guy. Gotcha. Cool, cool. I want to go right. Can I? Possibly not. I think there's some shit in here that's weak against thermal weaponry, though. It's a one-way. It's a shortcut coming back. How? Oh, I see. I think it's just another shortcut. There are several of them. Now, how would one get into that room? Gotcha. I'm okay at those kind of games. Like I said, I beat Battle Kid. I'm definitely not a like play those games on hard difficulty or play them with minimal deaths kind of a guy though. Jump. Just brute force my way through it. Hey, alright. Oh, the places we'll go now that we can get rid of this ice. It's all of it, I think? Yeah. Cool. Whoa. Oh, is this gonna like shoot me upwards? Cool. Pixel perfect, frame perfect jumps are unless if the game has very liberal use of checkpoints, that can be a little bit more frustrating. There's not a lot of that in Battle Kid. Most of the jumps are, there's a little bit of window. It's still difficult. It doesn't make it easy, but... Aww. Boo earns, I say. Alright, where was the entrance? It's over here. Probably should have kept some of the ice there so I could remember which one it was. Okay. It's like big crazy spike room kind of games. Jump. Games like those might be a good candidate if you can convince a patron or subscribe on Patreon. It'd be a good candidate for Subblock, where we play a game for about an hour a week. But either way, it would be something I would look into beating at some point, especially if it's an awesome game. Let's go through. I think this is just going to be a shortcut, but maybe it leads to something like a missile expansion. Chunk, chunk, chunk. Shellbug. There's some sequences in I Want to Be the Boshi that you might call a needle game, where it's just like a room that's full of spikes and you're having to jump super precisely through it. More lore. As time slowly passed, I grew old. Even the combined power of magic and science couldn't cheat death forever. In order to preserve Bryo's environment, I would need a successor. Finding one was a daunting task, for most of the folks saw me as a monster. Time passed quickly as I searched, and my efforts appeared to be in vain. Seemingly by chance, I found a young primal wandering the wastelands and rescued her. But this was not a chance encounter. She was a prophetess, tirelessly searching for the last Lord of Science to speak to her about her visions. In her dream, she saw a starborn death coming to Bryyo, and with her vision came a plea to save her world. Based on her information, I began work on improving the existing decontamination equipment to help prepare a defense for Bryyo against the eventual catastrophe. Yeah, exactly, Spiky. That's interesting, Reaper that the skills are transferable if the games use similar physics. Yeah, it's kind of like if you're good at one FPS, there's a good chance you'll be good at another one. Genre in and of itself. Okay, catch you later, HDL. Seeing you. Thanks for hanging out. About wrapped up here. Alright. Now, did that just get me some lore? Cool. Pixen, 4th Empress of the Dynasty. Right on. Oh, did I not see these before? Maybe that's the purpose of this. Oh. Can I get there? Probs. That's neat. If you're scanning, that's a cool way to point that out to you. Harder to notice it otherwise. Chunk. Chunk. Oh, really? There's jump pattern nomenclature? No shit. Ah. The reason for coming this way was to get a missile expansion. And for cool lore, but missile expansion. Nice. Alright, let's keep moving. Did a cool little ice morph ball puzzle sequence there. We're gonna go left in this room. Oh, right, you want to like charge shot them to make sure they actually die, I think. Lesson learned. Left again, I think? Maybe we have to go through this first. Oh, right. I remember this room. I got stuck in this room because I went in here and I did this little puzzle where I got a missile expansion and didn't realize that there were 2 exits from the room. There's another one that's directly above me. I think I can just jump to it. Oh, maybe not. Still have to use these things. These are like little balloon bugs that grab onto you. It's kind of cool. Yeah, this one over on the left, I didn't realize that there was an exit there. I missed it. It was even a room I had been in before. Double diamonds, planes. Wow. That's crazy. Bombs? There we go. That is a neat idea, like, and they usually will give you like an evolutionary reason why these creatures exist, even though it's kind of silly. There are these 40 creatures that help Samus float up to the ceiling for some reason. The reason you need is that it's cool. Alright. So, okay, here's an example of what I mean. This whole complex here, if this were Metroid Prime 2, this little sequence where you have to melt the ice and then you have to roll through a hole, there would not be an orange door on the other side, right? So I'd come to the map and all I would see is that there's an exit here that I haven't accessed yet, and I would check it a whole bunch of times and be like, oh shit, this is the one that has the ice by it. But because Metroid Prime 3 designs the map in a different way, there's an orange door on the other end. You know, it seems redundant. Yeah, I just used my plasma power to get through here, but it means someone who's looking on the map trying to figure out where they can and can't go from all the way back here doesn't have to walk all the way here to know that they can't get further. So I think that that's a good decision. It's a subtle element of map and level design that they probably didn't need to have, but it makes it harder to get lost. Like, linearity isn't always a good thing, and having it be impossible to get lost isn't always a good thing, but having a setup that makes it easy to get lost is also bad, I think. Right, Spiky. Strong impact could break through the wall. Okay, let's hit this guy. We're gonna run a few minutes over. Just want to get to the next save point. And soonish, I think. Oh, do I have to melt the ice first? I think so. Try that. Hold up. There we go. Cool. Oh, he's gonna man the ram. That's awesome. Can I probably need to scan it, right? Too heavy to move. Got it. Cool. All right. All right. Let's bust a hole open in the wall. And I wonder if that's a hidden loading screen, the way they keep us from moving backwards after we do this. It might be. Might be unloading the area behind us and loading the area in front of us. Guess it depends on what all is in here. Whoa. Unique energy signal. Teleport signal. I like teleporting. Whoa. Cool. I think we get access to either a save point or a place to summon our ship fairly soon after this. Actually, I hope so. I'm gonna just move to the next, like, natural save point occurrence. Ah, so I'm gonna need to get the screw attack to get out of here. Makes sense. Cool. Neat. Neato completo. Whoa. Now we can't get signal here. Right on. Is that an upgrade? Fast. What is it? It's the screw attack. Nice. Yeah, I love that Vendrano Drift song. Good place to bring it back. B to jump, press B again to space jump, press B repeatedly to screw attack. I like that you get it so early in this one too. By comparison. Okay, cool. Two. Nice. This is a little bit easier to do in this one than I feel like it was in 2. We had time to iterate on it, I guess. Right? Trying to reach us again? Yeah, no luck. Ah, nice. Jump. I think it lasts forever, though. Mm-hmm. Cool way to teach you the dungeon, right? Our plea. More lore. Sadly, disaster came to us before we could finish our work. An accident caused our supply of fuel gel to explode, sending fire to the sky and exposing our position. It was not long before a primal warband saw the great fire and rushed to attack. Without a way to power my great Moganars, those giant golems, I had no way to defend myself from their assault. Fleeing would only drive them to pursue us to no end, and they would show no mercy to either one of us once caught. I had no choice except to stand my ground while the prophetess fled to safety. With her, I sent my records of the past in hopes they would both find sanctuary. You now read my last words, etched in stone and placed by the prophetess. We speak to you from beyond the grave to plead with you. Save our world from the starborn plague. Lift the veil of hate from the eyes of our people. May our remaining relics serve you well. Cool. Hey, welcome back, Dehan. Yeah, did you? Jump? I guess they gave you more of a path to like jump towards the wall in this one. Nice. Do it again. Jump, jump, jump. I just go back. All right. I think there's more to do here later, but not yet. You'll get it. Shovel Knight's such a good game. Hope they keep putting out content for it. Be all over Shovel Knight 2. Alright, let's get out of dodge. Ah, darn. You don't play near it's weird, right? I almost always play my portable consoles next to a charging station. I don't use them in a portable way.
Samus.
There you go.
Samus, are you there? We have been trying to reach you.
Yeah, we're good. Brain person.
A reconnaissance probe has discovered the location of the missing flagship Valhalla.
Okay, cool. Whoa. Can we not?
As I am sure you are aware, this vessel was attacked by pirates 5 months ago. We request that you investigate the Valhalla. We will upload the coordinates.
Neat. Save room is close to me now. Ah, it's its own... Cool. Did I not scan these already? Really? Maybe they're new. Phasoid. Oh. Portal to Phazon-based attacks, okay. Ow. Man, screw these dudes. Got better things to do than fight y'all. Yeah, that'd be cool. I haven't played the Plague Knight DLC, like, does he control completely differently? Do you play through the whole game as Plague Knight? I think we want to go up this way. They're like the Chozo Ghost, gotcha. Pain in the ass to fight, just ignore them and keep going. Not sure if that's what you mean by them being the Chozo Ghosts. Ah. Oh yeah? Awesome. Hey, did I not hit this before? No way. No, I totally must have. Offline. In final position. Perfect. Got it. Now wait a minute. Okay, that just is a for fun crack, not an actual does anything crack. Oh, that's really neat. That they can even build everything into the same basic level design. I wonder why they went with Plague Knight first. I see. Right. That's apt comparison. We went over by about 10 minutes. Not uncommon for Metroid Prime 3. But seriously, you could go. Weird pre-order bonuses, man. It's a wave of the future. Alright, thanks guys for hanging out. Give you guys a heads up of what's coming up next. This week, tomorrow is Metroid Prime 3, Final Fantasy X, and Legend of Legaia. Wednesday is Mario Maker and Smash 3DS. Jesus, man. Cats are destroying things. That happens every day, though. Thursday is Mass Effect 3, Valkyria Chronicles, and then for our subscriber block, we're doing Xenosaga Episode 1 and Legend of the Mystical Ninja. Friday is Zelda Day. We're going to keep working on beating Wind Waker. Decent chance we'll be playing Zelda Triforce Heroes sometime this week or this weekend with Hapax and Flarewing. I'm just trying to work out a time that works for the three of us. So look forward to that. I think that'll be a lot of fun. We'll continue. We're probably going to beat Wind Waker on Friday, which means we'll immediately transition into Phantom Hourglass and then eventually Spirit Tracks. What else is on the agenda? If you haven't yet, check your sphere points with !SP. Use your sphere points. There's points that you earn just for being in chat to vote at that spreadsheet at vote.marstead.com. You can vote for whatever game you see on that list that you'd like to see me play. As we approach the schedule pare down that I talked about earlier on stream, I'm going to be reducing the number of hours I stream every day. I'm going to be getting a job when Andrea and I move to this new lab location, either in Los Alamos, New Mexico, or in College Park, Maryland. So I'm only going to be able to stream the number of hours that I'm supported to do so on Patreon. Anyway, when I downgrade the stream, reduce the number of hours, I'm going to be focusing more on playing games that are from that spreadsheet. Right now, the spreadsheet is maybe 30% of the games I'm playing. It's going to be closer to like 60, 70, maybe even 80% of the games we're playing after the move. So check out that sheet, start voting. Your votes will count now, even if it's not at the top of the list. Like I said, I don't remove the votes there. I don't reset them. Just the game that wins, we go ahead and play it, and everybody else keeps its vote total. Let's go ahead and give a little boost to someone else who's streaming Metroid right now. Let's preferably give them a boost if they're playing Metroid Prime 3, but I'll try to see what other Metroid titles there are. Give me 1 sec to see who's online. Looks like 3, there's nobody. So let's try OG Metroid Prime. There's someone speedrunning about Super Metroid. Yeah, let's go with someone doing Super Metroid here. Here's their URL. Twitch.tv/Mishrak109. Pop in, say hello, throw them a follow, give them a little bit of a numbers boost. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night, everyone.